All right, class, this is homework help for Wednesday. We're doing two-step equations here. So in order to do two-step equations, you're going to get the variable by itself, just like we did yesterday. Only with yesterday, we just did one operation. Okay, this one, we're going to be doing two operations within one problem. Okay, so when you have a problem that looks like this, you got to isolate the variable. You got to get rid of the x. Get x by itself. Ooh, sorry, y'all. All right, so what do you get rid of first? Remember, I've said this a lot of times in class. You always get rid of numbers or terms that you can add or subtract. So here, this number is attached to the x by addition. Okay, so I can get rid of it first. So the opposite of addition or of positive is a negative or subtraction. So we're going to subtract 1 on both sides. We subtract 1 over here. This is gone, and I'm left with the negative 9x. On this side, when I subtract negative 80 minus 1 gives me a negative 81. Okay? All right, so now we're going to get rid of the 9. Remember, the operation that's between the 9 and the x is multiplication. The inverse or opposite of multiplication is division. So you're going to divide both sides by 9, negative 9. When you divide both sides by a negative 9, a negative divided by a negative gives you a positive. 9 goes into 9 one time. So this gives me 1x or just x. So here, we have x is equal to negative 81 divided by a negative 9 is positive 9. 9 times 9 is 81. Okay? Let's do the next one. Remember, get rid of any number that can be add or subtract to move first. Get a by itself. You got to get rid of this first. Okay? It's attached by addition. The opposite of addition is subtraction. So you're going to subtract 2 on both sides of the equal sign. Okay? 6 minus 2 gives us 4. This is gone, that's 0, and we're left with a divided by 4. The opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4 or 4 over 1. Remember, that's the same thing. We multiply this side by 4. This gives us 16. We multiply this side by 4. This gives us 4a on the top. This gives us 4 on the bottom. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 divided by 4 gives us 1a or just a. Okay, let's do the next one. To get n by itself, you get rid of anything you can add or subtract to remove. Look at the sign in front of the 4. The sign in front of the 4 is a positive. So you're going to subtract 4 on both sides. When you subtract 4 here, 0 minus 4 gives me a negative 4. Bring down the equal. This is gone, that's 0, and we're left with n over 5, or n divided by 5. To get n by itself, this is division. The opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5 or 5 over 1. Positive times a negative is going to be a negative. 5 times 4 is 20. So this is negative 20. Bring down the equal sign. When we multiply straight across here, this gives us 5n on the top, 5 on the bottom. 5 divided by 5 gives me 1. This is 1n or just n. So n here is equal to negative 20. This problem looks a little different. Okay, before you can add or subtract to remove, you see how everything is divided by 6? You're going to have to get rid of the 6 first before you can do anything. So this problem's a little different. This is division. So in order to get rid of the 6, you have to multiply both sides by 6 or 6 over 1. 6 and 6 over 1 is the same thing, okay? 6 times a negative 1 is negative 6. This is now gone because when I multiply both sides, I have 6 divided by 6 on the top. Because remember, this is 6 in parentheses. This goes together. This is what it, but 6 divided by 6 is 1. So we're just left with 5 minus x. I'm sorry, 5 plus x. Sorry, y'all. I get tongue-tied sometimes. All right. So here, in order to get x by itself, I have to get rid of the positive 5. There's no sign in front of it, so it's a positive 5. So we subtract 5 on both sides of the equal sign. Negative 6 minus 5 is negative 11. This is 0, and we're left with x. So x is equal to a negative 11. So when you see a problem that looks like this, get rid of the denominator first by multiplying both sides by whatever that denominator is. Okay? Let's do this one. All right, here, in order to get x by itself, I'm going to get rid of the negative 12 by dividing both sides by negative 12. 144 divided by negative 12 is a negative 12. Bring down the equal. And this is going to give me 1 here. And I'm left with x plus 5. In order to get x by itself, we're going this the opposite of a positive 5 is to subtract 5. This is going to give me a negative 17. So here x is equal to a negative 17. Why, Ms. Reyes, did I divide? Because the operation between this negative 12 and the parentheses is automatically multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So divide both sides by the negative 12 to get rid of the negative 12 first. Okay? And that's what you get there. Okay, I need you to try the others on your own. This one right here, remember, it looks exactly like what we did here. Do that for this. Okay? And the others you should feel pretty comfortable with. If not, ask questions so I can do this after the warm up. Okay? All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.